So this is a review of the male anatomy using the T2 weighted MRI on e-anatomy. And so here's a sagittal view of the male pelvis. And so we have the urinary bladder here in the front, which is partially collapsed. Behind it, we have the seminal vesicles located between the urinary bladder and the rectum. The rectum, of course, connects inferiorly to the anus. While we're here, let's review the urethral segments in the male, which are divided into 4 segments. The first one is inside the prostate gland, and so here's the prostate gland inferior to the urinary bladder. And so the urethral segment within the prostate gland is going to be the prostatic segment. From the prostatic segment, we can see it here coming down. From the prostatic segment, we have a short, narrow segment where the urethra has exited the prostate gland and now travels in the deep pelvis and exits through the urogenital diaphragm, and this is known as the membranous urethra. Beyond that, it is now the bulbar urethra inside kind of the base of the penis. And then as it exits anteriorly, it becomes the penile portion of the urethra, as it is, outside of the abdominal cavity. All right, next we're going to go to the axial images, and we're going to start inferiorly. And we'll start down in the scrotum, where we have 2 testicles, one on the right and one on the left side. And from the testicle above it are the epididymis. And then we're going to have the vas deferens traveling up in the inguinal canal right here. You can kind of see it intermittently as a T2 hyperintense structure. It's going to travel up in the inguinal canal to enter the pelvis. And then from here, it should go up and swing posteriorly to go and connect to the region of the seminal vesicles here. The problem is this MRI did not go far enough up to see it in the axial plane. Here's the vas deferens posteriorly, but you can't see it connecting here. Now looking at the penis, we have 2 corpus cavernosum, one on each side, and then posteriorly we have the corpus spongiosum, and the spongiosum is of course where the urethra travels. The only thing left now on the list are the pelvic floor muscles, and not that we need to point them out individually, but if you go on the sagittal plane, you can see this muscular sling forming the pelvic floor, and you have the levator ani muscles anteriorly, and then the coccygeus, this thicker band, posteriorly. So that is it for the male pelvis anatomy.